Hello, everyone. This is author, motivational speaker, and dating coach Matthew C. Horne, and I'm bringing you a video tonight titled "The Sexually Attractive Man's Canvas is Earth." But before we go any further, always know my videos in the dating space. They're inspired by my books, How to Get Beautiful Women and Everything Else You Want from Life, in addition to How to Be Appealing to Successful Black Men for Black Women. They're both available at my website, www.matthewchorne.com. Get your copies. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and to continue to push me with the algorithm as I continue to bring you these elevated messages. But, let's not let it linger. The sexually attractive man's canvas is Earth. And there's a place that you graduate to as a sexually attractive man. Many men who watch my videos, you're making that transition. Things are changing for you. Women are responding to you differently. But then there's a time when you fully inhale the reality of the graduation that you've made to the sexually attractive man. The women were inviting you there. They give you the looks, they give you the stares because you've worked on yourself and you've accepted that this is where you belong. They gave you the invitation and now you're accepting that you belong. And so at this point, Earth becomes your canvas. There's no woman on any corner of the earth that is not accessible to you. There's no woman on any corner of the earth that is not accessible to you. Different ethnicities, different age ranges, women 15, 17, 18 years younger than you, or those women that are older than you, late 30s, 40s, and they preserve themselves and they sexy as hell. You have a full spectrum of women who are greeting you with a red beam of lust in their eyes. You're her optimal and ultimate destination that she wants to explore her lust with. That's when you're the sexually attractive man. You wake up and as soon as you open your eyes, Earth is your canvas. No corner of the earth is unturned or unexplored because Earth is presenting itself to you because the man that you become, you have access to Earth. Every woman at every corner of the earth will greet you with that red beam of lust in their eyes. I'm not saying every woman, but it's such a regular fixation in your everyday life that you understand that earth and the corners of the earth, that's your terrain and that's your territory. And magical things happen every day. And so you leave your residence, you leave your house, and women are greeting you consistently with that red beam of lust in their eyes, man. The red beam of lust is a real thing, and you'll understand it once you graduate and you accept that you belong on this level as a sexually attractive man. You're her fantasy, and she lets you know that you're her fantasy through her unending, uninterrupted gaze that she has for you, that she has towards you when she sees you. You walk up in places, and a woman is giving you that gaze and that invitation, and you may have missed it, but then you circle back and you look at her and her eyes are still fixated on you, and you go and step to her and you begin to talk to her as the confident man that has a fixation and understanding in himself and who he is. And you talk to the woman from that confident and fixated space of understanding of the man that you are. And what happens is that no matter what the subject matter is that you are talking about, she has that red beam of lust in her eyes, and she's lost in you because you came from a corner of the earth that she's not used to experiencing men come from. She's looking to you to know what to do with her and take her to an alternate universe. That's when Earth is your canvas. The canvas is a representation of a blank slate that you can paint anything on. You can make a canvas anything you want it to be. And that's why as a sexually attractive man, Earth is your canvas because it can be anything that you want it to be. You're taking a version of yourself to corners of the earth that you can regularly predict the results that you're going to have in terms of extremely gorgeous and beautiful women having a red beam of lust in their eyes and desiring you to the point that they want you to enter their space and take them to an alternate universe. The gaze in her eyes is an acknowledgement that you came from a corner of the earth that is desirable to her. It's uncommon to her. And she wants you in her space, so you make your way to her space, and then you see the invitation of lust in her eyes. and that she wants to go to an alternate universe. She's waiting for your invitation to take her to the alternate universe. She's looking to have her desires quelched and quenched when she saw you. And she'll tell you, I saw you as soon as you walked in. That's the language of the woman who sees a man from the corner of the earth that she rarely gets to explore. And you talk to her, the look in her eyes doesn't change. You might leave the spot with her, and she's communicating to you with such fervor that she wants you immediately, that you have to tell her, you keep looking at me this way, you know what's going to happen. And then she makes it happen. You'd be sitting in the car with her, she's pulling around to the most desolate place that you all could be away from everything. And you know what that means. That's what I'm talking about when the earth is your canvas as a sexually attractive man. Men want to be you and women want to sleep with you. That's the bottom line when earth becomes your canvas. And I can just think about just taking a walk through earth every day. You know, sometimes I'm out and I'm doing book signings and I encounter some crazy things, man. Women with their men, women with their husbands. They say, oh, if I read a book like that, am I going to be able to have access to a man like you right in front of her husband? That's when earth is your canvas. But you don't want to be off-putting in situations like that because you're a showpiece. You're a fantasy. And you bring the conversation right back to her man. Like, what you talking about? You got your fantasy right there. And that man is thankful. And in other situations, you have men who are with their wives or girlfriends or girls they're dating. And straight men will straight up ask you, how many women have you had sex with? Because they're acknowledging that you've been to corners of the earth that they've never been to, they've never experienced. And they say this right in front of their women because you're coming from a corner of the earth that they're not used to seeing men come from, even straight men. That's how serious this thing is, man. And then you'll also find yourself in situations where you meet a woman, you meet some young, gorgeous thing, and you're talking to her, and she's just gazing, red beam of lust all in her eyes. She's trying to get you in a trance because she's in a trance. She wants your trance to meet her trance because she wants to go to an alternate universe. She wants to explore her lust and depth of desire for you as soon as she meets you. And you all are talking, and she has that gaze, she has that fixation, she has that look on her face, she has that invitation on her face to go to an alternate universe. She's hoping that your lust and your desire meets her lust and her desire. And then she might have some friends that are trying to block, and she brushes them off. I've been in situations where the girls, might try to separate us and, things like that. And I'm like, all right, this is a bit much. And I try to walk away, and the girl says, no, you're not going anywhere. And she brushes those girls off. Like, oh, I can't do it tonight. Yeah, they're staying with me, but yeah, tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes, and tomorrow is. Because she pulled a man from a corner of the earth that she's not used to experiencing. And then her lust is unbridled when you're in her space. And she'll tell you, I normally don't operate this way. I don't know what it is. It's a trance based on the man that you've become and the recognition that you have of yourself that no corner of the earth is unturned because of the sexually desirable and the sexually attractive man that you become. Earth is your canvas. And that's how women react to you. And then there's a contrary experience where you will approach a group of women. You'll see the one that you want. And I remember one particular instance. It was late. I left one spot, went to another spot. It was let out time. I saw some girls. I just parked my car, walked right up to them. And I saw the one that I wanted, this tall East African girl. It was a group of like 25, 26-year-old East African women. And I walked up. They all took a look. They were waiting on me to say something. And I saw the one that I wanted, started talking to her. Her friend started complimenting me. And me and the girl I was talking to, we were in a zone. She was tall, she was gorgeous, young. And her friends had an Uber pull up because they were waiting on their Uber. That's why they were just so fixated and chilling when I rode up on them. And they told the girl that I was talking to, they said, you're not coming with us, you're going with him. That's when you're coming from a corner of the earth that they're not used to experiencing men from. And me and that girl, we had a great night, and we kept it going. And the next time I saw her, she says, "Yeah, my friends were asking how it was." That's when you are visiting corners, every corner of the earth. When her friends celebrate you, a perfect stranger, to the degree that they offer their friend to you. And they're curious about the depths of her experience with you. That's when you came from a corner of the earth that did not used to experience it. But that corner of the earth, and that luster they give you, an acknowledgement that you came from a corner of the earth that they're not used to, is an invitation for her to explore her desires and fantasies, because you are the fantasy man as a sexually attractive man. Once you fully inhaled yourself and you understand and you've accepted the regularity of the experiences of how women greet you with lust. You leave your house and you already know what it's going to be. Invitations. She's inviting you with her eyes. You're going to meet so many beautiful women that are inviting you with their eyes. They're not going to take their gaze away from you. They're going to look at you and they're going to gaze at you until you approach them. And once you approach them, the only energy is, where the hell did you come from? And they're in total satisfaction. They're in total satisfaction. There could have been men rolling up on them all night. But once they see you, they say, "This is my departure. This is my stop." And that's when you've occupied the terrain of earth. And nothing is not accessible to you. No soil is unturned. It's waiting on you just to occupy and visit any corner of the earth. Any corner of the earth is yours. Any woman that you desire is yours. That's when you're the sexually attractive man. When it's just coming at you with such regularity that you may even get to some points where you're so inundated with women that you want to take a night off. I've been in situations where my friends have, had events at different clubs and things like that. And I'm so, just in my own zone, like, man, it's been so many women coming at me that I don't even want to do anything tonight. And what happens right when you walk through the doors? Some woman stops you, her and her friend. They're like, "Oh, we had to talk to you." And you're trying to take a night off. You're trying to take a night off for something physical. And you step away from them and they still give me that gaze. You walk around the spot, you come back to where they are, they invite you right back in. They pull you in. And then that's it, y'all gone. And you're like, damn, it's happening again. And this isn't like some braggadocious account. It's just the reality of what happens when earth is your terrain. When you understand that earth is your canvas. And earth can be your canvas, but it's based on your development and your acceptance of yourself and the observation of how the world is responding to you. Earth is a great place to explore. And earth is yours once you become that sexually attractive man. And I just wanted to bring some examples and some accounts of how things go. This is just a report from the mountaintop when earth has become your terrain and your territory. You have access to everything, different races, different age groups, and women are all talking the same. Once they get you alone, they're like, "I normally don't do this. I normally don't do this." And some of them lying and some of them are telling the truth. They normally don't do that, but they're captivated. And so you have to be that captivating man, and not just be that man. You have to make an observation of the consistent movements of the woman who are ingratiating you into their space. They're wanting you to give them permission to explore their lust and their desire for you, because you came from a corner of the earth that they're not used to seeing men come from. That's when you've become sex. It is not necessarily a place to aspire to. It's just a place that you've arrived to. It's just a place of arrival. You being able to explore every terrain and every corner of the earth is not something that a man necessarily tries to posture himself to. It's not a position to be postured to. It's a position that you're elevated to. And it's a position of recognition that the world greets you that way when you've graduated and you simply become sex. The experiences are different, and you're going to corners of the earth and people can't necessarily understand it. They see it happening in real time. Maybe some of your friends, guys you don't know, they're observing you. And the rhythm and cadence of every interaction that they see you have with women is so different and such a departure than what they're used to. They're mesmerized. They want to know, how in the world are you doing this? But it's perfectly fine. That's none of your business. You didn't undertake this journey into the sexually attractive man to have this level of access. This level of access came to you. Everywhere you go, you have a level of inner talk when you leave your house, when you open your eyes. You have a level of inner talk that the women that you encounter, the words are going internally in your mind. Where is she going to find another man like me? And so when she gives you that gaze and that lust and that invitation to come in her space, your inner talk is already giving her permission to explore her fantasies with you because you are her fantasy. You already know where is she going to find another man like me. And she's telling herself, where am I going to find another man like him? So your inner talk and her inner talk matches, and then that's when you go to the alternate universe, because the earth is your terrain. The earth is your terrain. Women from every walk of life, every ethnicity, you've literally become sex, and they don't know any other way to greet you except in a sexual manner. And it's so involuntary. The lust in their eyes was activated when they saw you. You're having a conversation with them without having it. She saw you before you saw her. And when you came in her presence, she thanked you for coming into her presence, because now she has an opportunity to go to an alternate universe. That's when you become sex. And when you've become sex, not just be a sexually attractive man, you become sex when you fully inhale every experience that comes along with it and the regularity of how you experience it. That's when you become sex. And then you accept everything that comes with it. And so the reality is suspended. No corner of the earth is unturned. Every woman, her reality is already suspended because she's not even in control anymore. Her lust has taken over. And your perception of yourself and your inner talk has given her permission to explore you as her fantasy. And when that inner talk matches, now she's in an alternate universe where she wants to be, and she never wants to come back. She will identify you. She will tell you as soon as you all are alone that I don't want you to go anywhere. I'm possessive. I'm selfish. I want you to be all mine. That's when you've entered the different corners of the earth. And the earth is your terrain. The earth is your canvas. So paint yourself on this canvas. Elevate yourself. Take inventory of every discernible, attractive quality that you have. Never desire to be any other man except for yourself. Celebrate other men who are also very attractive and who are having elevated experiences with women. And that keeps your eyes fixated on yourself and your own possibilities. And that gets you to the point that you develop yourself, that you get to a point where you accept the ascension that you've taken and the response from the world that is giving right back to you. So that's what I wanted to talk about tonight. The sexually attractive man, literally his territory, his canvas is earth, man. You can become that man. Keep working on yourself. Keep taking inventory of the changes. And once you graduate to a place, it's not going to be inconsistent. Your experiences are not going to be inconsistent. You're going to leave your house. You're going to open your eyes, and earth is going to be your canvas. Nothing but red beam of lust coming from every direction. No matter where you go, you're taking yourself there. And since you're taking yourself there, you're getting the same exact results every time. A woman is giving you resistance. She's talking about take my Instagram. She's invisible. because that does not fit within the realm of the man whose corners of the earth is his territory. Women are trying to posture themselves above you and give you subtleties that you're going to have to work for them. They're talking Chinese because earth is bringing you so much, every corner of it. That's in alignment with the man that you become. So the sexually attractive man, earth is your canvas. This has been Matthew C. Horne, author, motivational speaker, and dating coach, bringing you a video tonight just talking about the sexually attractive man and how earth is his canvas. It's been brought to you by my books, How to Get Beautiful Women and Everything Else You Want from Life, in addition to How to Be Appealing to Successful Black Men for Black Women. They're both available at my website, www.matthewchorne.com. Get your copies. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and to continue to push me with the algorithm so I can continue to bring you these elevated messages. And if you want me to make a custom video on a particular topic that you have in mind, make a donation of $50 or more to my PayPal or my Cash App that's in my video description. Leave the title of what you want me to talk about in a note on PayPal or Cash App, and I will do an assessment of your title, and I'll get your video right on my channel in 24 hours or less. And if your subject matter, your title of what you want me to talk about is too in-depth for a note on PayPal or Cash App, then email me at matt@matthewchorne.com after you make your donation to my PayPal or Cash App that's in my video description. And I will do the assessment, and I will get your video on my page, Matthew C. Horne Dating, in 24 hours or less. You'll get your answers. And if this message has been of value to you tonight, if your eyes have been open and your awareness has been expanded in terms of yourself and your possibilities, make a donation to my PayPal or my Cash App that's in my video description. And if you're in need of coaching, don't forget to contact me at matt@matthewchorne.com. Leave your name, your phone number, and whatever issue that you're facing in the dating space, whatever you want to overcome. I will do the assessment, get right back to you with the terms of the coaching, and if you accept the terms, the coaching will begin immediately. And lastly, some people I've been coaching and others have been making inquiries about more in-depth coaching, mentorship, something that we can do over time. The way that things are going for me business-wise right now, and just where I am in this dating space, I can take on about 5 people, and we can do like a year-long retainer. It's just something that I'm really thinking about right now, but I'm putting it in action. So if you know that my voice resonates with you, and there are some places that you would like to arrive at in terms of getting outcomes with women and in life in general, then just email me at matt@matthewchorne.com. This is a little further than the coaching, and we can have a conversation, and we can see if we're a good fit to move forward. And I can offer you some custom coaching, and perhaps we can go in the field, do some things together. And yeah, this is a new level that I'm offering right now, but I can only take on maybe about 5 people just to give everybody my best. But outside of that, I've enjoyed spending some time with you tonight, and just understand that the earth is your canvas. No, that inner talk has to match the experiences and the magnitude of man that you've become. And your inner talk and her inner talk has to match. Your inner talk is, where's she going to find another man like me? Her inner talk is, where am I going to find another man like him? And that's the invitation to the alternate universe, because you came from a corner of the earth that she wishes that she can explore. I'll see you soon.